Just pray to your Guru. Okay, so this session, Saturn transit, this is one of the very important concept in the transit, Saturn. Last week we covered about Jupiter transit. Uh, the best way to do any analysis or any prediction, you should consider Jupiter transit along with Saturn transit. Okay, then basically you will get good result. So there's a famous terminology called the dual transit. So Jupiter and Saturn you have to take together. However, Saturn has their own way of dealing things. So what is the difference between Jupiter transit and Saturn transit is? So Jupiter transit is basically consider Jupiter as a torch, okay? And so wherever, whatever planet or whatever house or house lord it sees, it activates that things. Okay. So Jupiter has the ability to activating the things. Okay. Now, if we have any particular yoga in chart or any combination of any particular event to occur, then Jupiter, when transiting over that or respecting that, it triggers that things. Okay. But if Jupiter and Saturn both are transiting the same planet or same kind of yoga in the chart, then definitely that event will trigger. Because Jupiter says that it's kind of like an opportunity, it may happen. And Saturn is our karma, action. So people take action also related to that. Okay. So Saturn, it's like the when Jupiter transit complete all the 12 sign. So the duration is around 13 years, it's 12 years something. So we consider on an average 12 years. So 1 year each zodiac sign. Okay. When Saturn transits, so it goes one circle. Suppose it starts from Aries and it goes back to exact degree of Aries where it started. It takes 30 years. So when you divide 30 years by 12 zodiac signs, so each zodiac sign gets 2.5 years. Okay. But it's not always the direct, the position of Earth. I have already made video on the retrograde planets. So whenever the position of Earth and Sun, okay, so basically Earth is static, so we are considering Sun position. So from there, whenever we feel like the relative motion is high or low, so accordingly Saturn also get retrogrades. So definitely in once in a year, it's every year for like 4 or 5 months, it goes retrograde from the position of the sun. If you see, whenever it is in sixth house, seventh house, eighth house, like that, or I think fifth or ninth also. So like that, whenever sun position is that, it goes like retrograde, and then again it goes to the direct position. Okay. So in this video, today's discussion, I will explain what will happen when Saturn will transit on a particular planet. Okay, on particular graha. So what kind of result it will give. So far clear? I'm on okay, not fast, slow. You can say thumbs up, the reaction button. Okay then. Yeah, Ritu Gupta ji. Okay, good. Thank you. So let me draw quickly chart. Okay, so like that, if you consider 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So on an average, suppose Saturn is here, 15 degree, for example. So when Saturn transit on each house and it goes back to exact 15 degree, that means it is 30 years. Okay, so each sign, if you divide 30 by 12, it's like a 2.5 years. Each zodiac sign, it will give result. So from 17th January this year, Saturn is transiting here. Aquarius. So what is Saturn basically? Saturn is our karma. It is basically action. Saturn is basically our profession. That's the big part Saturn is taking care. Profession that includes our job, business. Okay, so anything. Saturn represents our, it's kind of landlord. Okay, it's like a landlord. Saturn represents um, problem. In general, we know sorrow, delay, problem. Okay, so these are the things Saturn usually does. Now, how to interpret Saturn transit? Okay, that is the question. So before that, what kind of result Saturn will give in this? Okay, so Aquarius sign, it's very difficult to do prediction just by seeing that Saturn is in Aquarius, what kind of result it will give to everyone. That's very difficult because everybody has different planets in different houses. So telling that Saturn will give this particular kind of result to everyone, that is not correct. But anyway, high level, Aquarius is, if you see the symbol of Aquarius, it is one lady who is pouring water, right, from the pot. So one pot is there, water is going. Okay, and the one lady is holding that pot. And only the Gemini, sorry, only the Virgo and Aquarius, these two zodiac sign has single human body with complete body. Okay, so that means these two signs says that information related to human. This water is basically spirituality. Okay, and this pot represents the materialistic things. So Aquarius people are usually, their mind goes both ways. Sometimes he become very spiritual, sometimes become very materialistic. The planet, the lord of the Aquarius, is ruled by Saturn, definitely we know, but they also ruled by Rahu. Rahu is very ambitious. Okay. So you see that whenever the person who has moon in Aquarius or Jupiter even in Aquarius or Sun in Aquarius or Lagna is Aquarius. If Aquarius is little strong, that person will be very ambitious. Whatever he will have, he will not be satisfied. He will always see surroundings and say that, okay, my friend has more than me, this person, my relative has this. Even though he has all the things, but he doesn't want to see. The reason is Rahu has just to, what you say, head, and there is no body. So whatever he eats, it's go nowhere. Okay. So he never feels satisfied. So that's what the Aquarius is. But Aquarius, since it has the spiritual and materialistic things, so it is always with new ideas, income, network, your like a friend circle, big circle, uh, small, not a small circle. So friend circle, big friend circle. Okay, so these things they in general it represents. So when Saturn is in Aquarius, and Aquarius has, even though the sign, if you see it represents Aries sign, 3, 7, 11 zodiac sign are Aries, right? But it still have the nature of water element. That's why Jupiter, particular planet, we all know feel exalted in Cancer, right? We all know exalted in Cancer. But after Cancer, Jupiter again feel similar, almost exalted kind in Aquarius as well. Because it has again the same kind of flow without limit, emotions, knowledge, new ideas, new things, exploration. So Jupiter, whenever Jupiter feels that freedom of doing that, they feel very happy. So Saturn in Aquarius, that means somewhere that watery sign. Saturn doesn't like the water. Okay. So changes in profession. When we say profession, it also means position. Okay. Travel because of profession, instability in profession. Okay. So these are the things on an average over the world you will see. There are a lot of, in Hindi we say satta parivartan, in we say that the change in the administration or change in the, that you will see transferring of in politics one person to another. So all those things you will see these type of things on an average in profession. Okay. And apart from that, definitely it will bring the gain as well. Okay. And it will bring new opportunities as well, because it is like a changes uh, and new things. Okay, so both it will. So this is on an average, this is what it will do. Okay. So and the all things event, mostly events related to this Aquarius things, you will see new ideas are coming in the world, more spiritual things you will see because Jupiter is exalted here as well. And you will see that more money related activities, politics, changes in politics, but it's not politics, changes in politics. Okay. Travel related to that one. Instability in career, those type of things, instability, particularly in the profession, that you will see on an average in this year. Okay. Because 3, 7, 11 is also social things, business, and has this house or like a air one. Okay. So you will see more social and air related activities, travel, business, money, and relationship related to that. Now, how to interpret Saturn transit. So these are the average thing, but that we cannot say this will happen to everyone. But when you see that after year end, you see, okay, yeah, these are the activities were very always in news and it was really highlighted. So the person who is doing work related to Rahu, like a media, glamour industry, politics, or film industry, because Rahu represents the darkness and Rahu represents that undercover secretive things. So those, any work that is related to that, that will definitely highlight. So those things people will get good growth. Okay. So now how to interpret the Saturn. So suppose this is Aquarius sign. Okay, I'm making like that. So Saturn is here we all know the aspect of Saturn, right? Third, seventh, and 10th. So if I'll change the color, so Saturn will give their drishti to Aries, Saturn will give drishti to Leo, Saturn will give drishti to this one, Scorpio. Agree? That is clear, right? But when we check the transit, and particularly in Bhrigu Nadi, Saturn also give result to 5 and 9, like a Jupiter. Okay? Because if you see that the houses, the relationship of house of 5 and 9, it always support the first house. Okay? For any planet. So this is the, you can make it a rule of thumb, even though you are not doing Brigunari, but you can make it rule of thumb, even though instead of Saturn, if Sun is there, the planet which placed here, they always support the Sun to perform his activities. They are always friend, even though in the divisional chart as well. It is you don't need to consider them like as a aspect, but still you can consider them like from background, they are supporting. Okay, they are always with them. They are in always supporting that person who is in trinal to that, their agenda. Okay, in whatever way they can, as per their nature. So that what I want to say is if Saturn is Aquarius, that means Saturn is also impacting the planet, which is here and which is here. So now we have Aries, we have Gemini, we have Leo, we have Libra, we have Aquarius, Scorpio, we have Scorpio, and we have Aquarius for sure. Okay, so this all zodiac sign will be coming under influence of Saturn. Okay, so now how to see that? So again, going back to the previous class, those who attended, I explained them when we are checking the Bhrigu we you can take moon chart, you can take ascendant chart, you can take Jupiter chart. Okay, so on an average, the person who is working on the Bhrigu you can take Jupiter as a lagna as well. That will also give you the result. Okay. What I want to say is wherever Jupiter is placed, consider that house as a first house. Okay. Ideal way is to take the divisional chart, but if you don't know the time of birth properly, then wherever Jupiter is placed, suppose this is like one chart. Okay. This is Cancer ascendant chart, but Jupiter is in Libra. Okay. So consider Jupiter Libra as a first house. This is a second house. This is a third house, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth, like that. Okay. You got it? Now we will see what it gives result. If any planet in any of these house, Aries, Gemini, Leo, Libra, Scorpio, Aquarius, what kind of result it will try to give. So far clear, right? Any question, then let me know. Then I will move to the PDF. Okay. So if Saturn if Saturn is transiting over Sun, that means if Sun is in any of the zodiac sign, what was that? Aries and Leo, and then Gemini, Scorpio. No,
Scorpio.
not Gemini, right?
Gemini, yes.
Oh, Gemini was also there. Yeah,
Yes, yes.
and then Libra.
Libra and Scorpio.
Yeah, Libra and Scorpio. Okay, great. And Aquarius. So if Sun is anywhere in this house, so it will definitely give boost in career, job, and business. That doesn't mean people will definitely get the promotion, but this is the time of promotion if their company, organization uh, support that. Sometimes we have the different rules. Everybody has different promotion cycle and all. But even though that means is you will definitely get good opportunities, a lot of opportunities in this, and you will get name, fame, and recognition. The reason is Sun represents name, fame, and recognition. Okay. Promotion in the job, name, fame, appreciation from senior, superior, or great people. Problem to father. Okay. Problem to father. The reason is Sun is father. Okay. Father. Sun will help Saturn. Okay. Sun has the name, fame things. He will favor Saturn. But Saturn will not favor Sun. So the father will face difficult time. He may get health issues, or he may get some challenges like mental tension, some sort of problem, or those things he will face. Chances of involvement ceremonies, some sort of function will happen in home gathering, or even though Sun represents Shiva or Vishnu as well. So Satyanarayan Puja in general we say, or related to any Shiv Puja, it will happen uh, in Hinduism. But every religion has their own way of celebration of some spiritual functions. So some ceremony will happen. Overall, good time for profession. Okay. Problem to father, but good time for profession. Okay. So this will be a good time. Now we'll go to moon. Moon represents changes. Okay. So Saturn has, okay, so just keep in mind, Saturn has friend, okay, who gives good result? Sun, okay, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury. These all gives good result. Who doesn't give good result? Ketu for sure, Mars, Moon. And Rahu is somehow good or bad, but not good in the sense, but this one. But these three planets are not at all good. Ketu, Mars, and Moon. Moon, it's not like a moon is not giving good result. It gives, but it brings changes and instability. Profession is like earth element kind of, so it always looking for stable things. And moon is water. It doesn't support that stability. Okay, it always wants changes, new things, travel. But if somebody is doing work related to moon, like a hotel industry, restaurant, healing, so then it gives the good result. Okay. So here, if you see, may travel due to profession purpose. Okay, so there may be changes. If Saturn is transiting over Moon, you will definitely see some sort of changes. Even though their cubicle will change, something will change if Saturn is transiting over Moon, if not a big travel. So some changes it will bring. Changes of profession. It's not like a switching company always, because that requires malefic to happen, but it's some sort of changes it shows. Travel to foreign land, that represents changes. Place, change of profession, change in working style means change. Basically, moon means change. Smooth period for profession. Yeah, mind will be like you will feel like it's a smooth, okay, but there are some changes. So even though smooth, you won't feel that much good. Even though career wise it's a smooth, but mentally it will bring tension or problem, because Saturn transiting over Moon, that means Moon is mind, right? So mind will get trouble, get disturbed, feel burden. Okay, something like heavy on the mind. Everything feel like a slow delay. So some frustration and depressing kind of situation it creates. People may take sudden decision. Problem to mother, like here, problem to father, because Moon represents mother as well. May face loneliness. Yes, this is right. Because Saturn make people feel alone. Okay. What I have seen is Moon has the capacity of giving the blame. So if Saturn and Moon transiting, Saturn transiting over Moon, so in profession, somebody will blame, particularly lady, they may blame that. So they get some sort of blame. They make, or lady may create problem. Okay. So overall, some sort of change, but people, if they are working work related to Moon, then they may not face that kind of problem. Okay. Mars, as I said, Mars is another trouble planet. So problem in job and business. Mars represents to whomever you are interacting, they will create problem. So Mars is the close one. So your close colleagues, maybe your boss, maybe your subordinates. So to whomever you are interacting on the daily basis, that person will create more problem in your job. Okay. Mars is ego. So your ego will shoot up. So you will suddenly say something which you should not say. Sometimes in call you say something, you hang the call by anger, or by your ego gets hurt. So those things, it creates problem. Different opinion with colleagues, and may have issues, problem with colleague or supervisors, labors. Okay, may face minor accident. Yeah, but it depends on whether you have that accident combination or not. May have faced problem with police due to his business. Yeah, Mars is the police also. And those people who are collecting the money uh, from on behalf of bank. So people who are not paying the money on time, means installments on time, then those people come and forcefully try to take the things. So this is the time. Okay. So may get cruelty, strength, and daring. Native may get interested in other women. Mars is our sexual power. Okay. So Venus is like a relationship, but how much sexually strong people are, so that depends on the Mars. Okay. So when Saturn sees the Mars, people mind gets distracted. When Jupiter sees the Mars, it's again good for sexual power, but Jupiter gives some moral things to the native, and that's why it is under control. Attachment to the woman not his own. Native will force to do sinful act because Saturn, you know the Mars, right? Mars is like a two-sided sword. So it is like a, it can be good for you, it can be bad for you, depending on who is Mars is associated with which planet. If it is associated with malefics like Rahu, Ketu, Saturn, okay, then that means it will do harm. But if Mars is associated with good planet like a Sun or like a Jupiter, then it will give good result. Okay, because they give that moral and spiritual tendency. So Mars is full of energy. We need that energy in order to survive. Even though we are doing spiritual practice or this one, we need strength. So Mars is fire in our body. If Mars is disturbed, our digestion system will disturb. So we have to check the Mars. And for lady, Mars is husband. So if Saturn is transiting Mars, that means husband will face bad time, will face it's difficult time, not bad time, I can say, but difficult time. Mars also represents brother, so that difficult time for brother as well. Okay, I hope so far good. Too fast, too slow. Okay, able to understand.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay, great then. Saturn transiting, aspecting over Mercury, may start new business or may receive new contracts or order. Mercury means new opportunity, particularly related to profession. So if you are in job, so you will get new training, you will get a new project or parallel work or something, or new kind of some work that will later will give you good credit. In profession, in business, you will get new project, new business, new contracts like that. Social get together in professional field, so you will some sort of gathering. Mercury represents a close one, like your neighbors, your siblings, your relatives. So whenever Saturn transiting over Mercury, uh, so some sort of gathering will happen, some function will happen. Either you meet with your relative in marriage ceremony or in some sort of puja, some sort of rituals. So some where you will meet your relatives or neighbors, wherever. It depends on the again this kal path, your country and timing and the society. So some gathering with close one may have unnecessary argument with colleague. So Mercury, you know that Mercury is a neutral planet. Okay, in Hindi we say Napunsak planet. It doesn't have any gender. It is not male or female. It is neutral. So whoever comes close to Mercury, the way that in the communication, it it shows that. So suppose Sun and Mercury is together. So his ego will be when he will talk like a sun. When Mercury moon is there, when he will talk like a moon. Means soft, caring, nurturing, and all those. When Mercury is with Jupiter, it will talk like a teacher, preacher, knowledge, wisdom, always show the wisdom of those things. So, like when Saturn is going over Mercury, so some sort of unnecessary argument that it creates because Saturn is little nagging in nature. So, so that you may see. Native may involve in learning, acquire new knowledge and intelligence. This is one thing I do always whenever I take a new session, new batch I start. I always ask people to check whether Jupiter or Mercury, Saturn is transiting over Mercury or not. If Jupiter is transiting over Mercury, that means you are going to learn new things. When Saturn is transiting over Mercury, that means you are going to learn new things for your professional purpose. Okay, so this is the good time when Saturn is transiting Mercury. If you want to acquire any knowledge for your profession, that is the best time you can do that. Vishnu Puja with relative friends and neighbors, as I said, some sort of gathering will happen. Saturn transiting aspect over Jupiter, this is really good. So when Saturn transiting Jupiter or Sun, it is really good. So may get new boss. Yeah, this time you will get new boss. Development in his service or may have appreciation for his service. Okay. So you will get some recognition in your work. Okay. For business owner, development or enlargement is business. Jupiter expand the things. Always remember, Jupiter expand the things, Mercury multiply the things. So if you have one business, it will become two business. Jupiter, if you have one business, the business will get scale up at higher level. So this is a very good time to scale your business. Appreciation from superiors in service, new assignment will get, new contracts will get loan easily. Jupiter supports the loan thing. Overall, this time is good. Native may get good behavior or will get honor, prosperity. So this is good time for profession. But like as I explained, Sun represents father, Moon represents mother, Mars represents brother and husband, Mercury represents in general children, neighbors, relatives. Jupiter represents self, the native itself, the individual to whoever chart it is. So Saturn is the role to create the trouble, the problem. So profession-wise, Jupiter will support in the profession, but native will feel problem, some sort of tension in mind, some sort of stress, burden, delay, frustration. But professionally, that native will do good. Make sense? When Saturn transiting over Venus, so native will have beginning of profession. Okay, it's beginning of profession means people, whenever Saturn transit Venus first time in 30 years period, that is the time native start earning money. Okay, because Venus is a Sri Devi. Okay, and Saturn is like a professor. So the combination of Saturn and Venus makes the work money in return of work. Okay, so native may get financial increment in his service, may get vehicle. Native will be addicted to women and will involve in sexual intercourse. So again, Saturn makes because of Venus, may get involved in celebration, function, marriages or something. Okay, but here Saturn, when it goes to Venus, right? So Venus is again wife, sister. So they will get problem, trouble, tension, health issues. Okay. Venus will give you increment in money matter. But between 30 to 36 years of your age, if Saturn is transiting your Venus, it will take your money instead of giving your money. Okay, this is make star marks. It will take your money, but rest all the time it will give you money. Only 30 to 36 whenever Saturn will transit to Jupiter, sorry, Venus, it will do that. Venus is a
Well,
Sri
okay, I'm
Devi.
sorry, Jay. What was 30 to 36? Is that the age?
age of 30 to 36.
Okay, okay.
Age of 30 to 36, whenever Saturn will transit Venus, okay, at that time it will take your money, not give you money, but rest of the time it will try to increase your money. Again, all those things depends on the strength in the chart, and Deshkal Patra, what we say is the uh, time, place, and condition, TPC. So every person, every country has different type of system. Every organization a different type of system. So, so suppose somebody is doing job, okay, and he has only one source of income, and he's getting only one salary. So he may get some sort of offer in credit card or something, some sort of increment or less expense will be there. So he will feel this one. Somebody has business, he may get new opportunity like that. Uh, depend on what kind of situation it is. So people will face that one. Okay, so always keep in mind TPC. Venus is also like Sri Devi, and Saturn says that it's a landlord. So whenever Saturn and Venus meets, people usually get rental income as well through property or through vehicle as well. So some, if they have those type of business, so rental income they may get. Okay, so that is the one. Now we left with Saturn with Rahu and Ketu. Saturn with Ketu is not at all good. When Saturn transit over Ketu, change in job, termination, firing, switching company, all sort of separation is there. If he doesn't do these things, then he will feel humiliation. Whether his job will be stay or not, it depends on the condition, but he will feel humiliation. But if you are doing work related to Ketu, like electrical, technical, or spiritual things, or cutting something, um, so then you will face less problem, but still Saturn with Ketu always try to give the good result. Oh, sorry, not very good result, bad result. Okay. Saturn with Rahu, because Ketu is separation. So it is separation from the profession, basically. This is what literal mean. And in ideal, if I say spiritually, that is the time where you have to, uh, that is the time you should take the retirement. So, but since if it is early age, how can we take the retirement? We have to pay the bill. So Saturn Ketu is not good. Then we left with Saturn and Rahu. Saturn Rahu, basically Rahu is a dryness. So whenever Saturn transit over Rahu, it brings something new because Rahu is a beginning. Okay, Rahu is beginning, new start, but it also brings dryness. Okay, so dryness means you won't feel the charm in doing that period. Okay, so you have the profession, you have everything, you are getting something new, but there is no charm. We say the rasa, joyness, those things you won't feel. Saturn, Rahu, Saturn, Mars, people, those who have this combination in natal chart, Saturn and Rahu or Saturn in Mars, Saturn and Mars, either anyone, this or this, people usually, whatever they deserve, the talent, what they have, they don't get that much output or result from their profession. And somewhere because of his personal nature or limitation in his mind. Okay. So that is one of the things. Okay, so that is the thing. So Rahu Ketu done. Now we have third aspect of this one. Whenever Saturn aspect new job, earning, meeting with family. Not necessarily always the third aspect, but mostly on the third aspects only. Mars, construction, building, renovating house, female marriage, Ketu, change job, pilgrimage tour, ceremony, function. Okay. So, any question? So you understood or it got bounce?
It was very well presented by you.
Thank you, Sanjay.
Secondly, we have to see on the third, seventh, and 10th aspect of Saturn,
Yes.
or we have to see one time also.
You have to see the third, seventh, and 10th as well, along with the 5-9.
So we have to see 5-9 also.
5-9 also.
Okay. Expected means wherever expected is written, it means third, seventh, 10th, and 5th and 9th.
Yeah. So in some video, I will explain the difference between the third aspect, 7th, and 10th. But
Yeah.
third aspect usually try to separate the things.
Okay.
Okay. So wherever Saturn is placed in your chart, from third, wherever it is expecting, it is try to separate that. Suppose Saturn is in third house, the fifth house is kids, childbirth, a love relationship. So it try to terminate definitely for one time in first round, 30 years.
Okay.
Okay.
But in third, Jupiter is placed there. Then
Jupiter will try to minimize the effect. Jupiter will try to minimize.
If suppose Jupiter is also transiting third and Saturn is expecting third, it means both are active.
That event related to that one will definitely happen. Now we have to check whether it's a good or bad, because Saturn and Jupiter, whenever transiting the same place,
Yeah,
that says that manifestation of event is going to happen.
but you said the third aspect of Saturn will give problem.
Yeah, it will
Try
be
to
problem.
separate.
It usually creates problem. Okay. So, but problem in the sense, if the chart doesn't support the problem, then people will not feel the problem. So basically, if you see this transit, right, it is the activation of, it is the timing of the activation of the yoga available in the chart. Okay. If chart suppose, you know that Rahu and Mars is a accident combination. When Rahu transit over Mars, it gives the accident. But if people don't have that combination of accident in his chart, then he will not feel a misgate. He may get a small injury, a small, uh, uh, accident, not accident, you can say a little bit of, he will get hurt here, there, but not the accident. Okay, so we have to see the chart, how is the combination. Sir, in that case, Saturn is transiting over third house with Mercury and Venus in it, aspecting the third, which has Mars in it. Fifth house, which has no planet. Seventh has Jupiter. And ninth has no planets. What would we can expect? Oh my God, I have to draw the Saturn transiting over third house with has Mercury and Venus in it. So when Saturn transiting over Mercury and Venus, right? Venus, that means it will give money increment. Okay. And Mercury means a problem in education. Whenever it's a mutual aspect, right? Even though Venus third aspect, the first time it gives money, but next time it will definitely try to create problem. So if it is giving just third aspect, then it's trouble only, not the good. But when Saturn will transit over Venus, then it will give good result. And if third, which has Mars in it, so if the Mars is already available with, then the expense will be more, because Mars make people do the more expense, and it creates problem with brother as well. So if Venus Mars is there, the problem with brother and sister, or close brother, two brother, like that. Okay. Any question? Thank you. So I'll quickly show you in software if how it looks like. So this is the chart. Okay. So here in the transit part, you can see the Saturn position. It is started in 17th January. So suppose if you see Saturn here, if I'll take here. So now it is giving here 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 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 and here. And it is fifth from Jupiter, right? So Jupiter and Saturn are mutual aspecting each other. So that means it's good for profession. And Venus is aspecting Venus as well. So money as well. Okay. Rahu is there. So there are high chances new beginning will happen. Okay. And Mars, colleague and close one may create trouble, but Jupiter is there, so they will protect it. Okay. So this is how. So if we consider the last year, for example, this is what going to happen. It's just January. So I know this person. So if we bring here Saturn last year, okay. So third, seventh, fifth, Saturn, and here. Okay. So Saturn is aspecting Sun and Mercury. So Sun, good. He got name fame. Mercury, new learning. Saturn is transiting over Saturn. So whenever planet is transiting over himself, that gets strength. So good for profession. Saturn transiting to Jupiter as well. So native will get trouble, problem, Mars. But since it is transiting that one, Mercury and this one, so he may buy the land. Mercury represents land and this one. So these are the things happen in his life. He got good name, fame, recognition, growth, promotion, and all. And he was he bought a land also. And profession wise, he was doing good. But Jupiter, he was expecting Jupiter from the 10th. So uh, mind was like a little bit trouble, tension, stress out like that. Okay. Things are not going smooth. Every time it was delayed, then it was happening. Okay. So like that. So I'll quickly show you. I think Rituji has asked how to generate report, right? So I will show you how to generate report in this software. So suppose if you go to numerology, right? So suppose if I will do one, suppose this is the one, 9 August. Submit. So this is the numerology software part. So if you hit the run button, submit, you will get all the details. And there's a, yeah. So you will get detailed report of the Pythagorean. Here all the details are there for Pythagorean. And then Chaldean, all the details of the number and combination, dasha analysis, name analysis, all the things are given here, whether it's compatible or not, all those things. Losho grade, all the details of Losho grade, all the emotional plane, mental plane, all the planes are there. Weightage of the percentage, Vastu, as per if number missing, what kind of problem you may face. And we all have the remedies as well in the each section. You will see the remedies part. here. And then in order to generate report, you go to generate report, and you see this, your logo, if you want to represent that one. It is the profile picture that by default I have given. Hit on the generate report. Okay, so report will generate like this. So it will be the name of the person, and this one, your name will come, whoever is the astrologer. You can configure it, you can put your own logo, you can put your picture here also, your institute picture. So here you can give the recommendation like your personal notes, which is out of this one. So here you get all the Pythagorean detail, and then it's complete 80-90 page report is come. So this is how the PDF, it is automatically gets downloaded, or you have the option to download here. Okay, download print report like that. So this is how the PDF, you can share it to client, you can sell it, and this is very beautiful report, so you can do that as well. Okay, so all the remedies and everything, name analysis, important age, year, there's a lot of things are there, so I cannot go this one. Marriage and relationship analysis, career analysis, finance analysis, name analysis, all the analysis are given there. Vastu, sun sign, eastern, western, birth year number, personal 5-year prediction is also there. So this is like numerology. Likewise, we have for Vedic astrology as well. So this is how you can generate this one, this software. So cool. You can use that. 7 days free trial is there. If you want, you can use that also. Okay. And
Can you generate the report for the transit as well using the planets?
which one?
When you're using the transit for the planets, can you?
Yeah, that will also you can generate in the Vedic astrology. This transit part, right? Yeah, in the transit you see this. This is the transiting here. Results are given like the whatever I talked: transit of Jupiter, transit of Ketu, Rahu, transit of Saturn. Okay, like that it is given. Okay. So that also it comes in the report.
Okay.
So that is the one. Or if anybody is interested in learning numerology, astrology, let me know. We have the course. Numerology is going on. Astrology you can enroll for next, but you will get the recording. Okay, otherwise we will meet in the next week, and I will explain Rahu Ketu transit. Okay, and then probably after combining all three, we can do the prediction. Okay, makes sense? Looks
Yes.
bad.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So it will be 2 more courses after this, or 2 more classes, 2 more classes for the prediction.
Yeah, so one Rahu Ketu transit, and then probably we can take case studies. I will try to cover next week. Otherwise, one more session for this topic.
Okay, one more session.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you. See you next week. Okay. I'll send that invitation again.
Okay.
Okay, then. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll share this video. Okay. Bye.